All right, man. Back for another episode of the I'm Not a Hater podcast. This is the issues for the week of 10/13. Once again, this is the issue for the week of 10/13. Before I get started, though, I want to just give a huge shout out to everybody who's been tuning in. The responses have been great, letting me know that you've seen the podcast or you even seen like a clip or whatever the case is. I definitely appreciate it. Keep tuning in for sure. Definitely need all that love and energy when making these episodes. Every time y'all give me a um, positive affirmation, it allows me to keep going and keep doing the things and talking about the things that we all want to hear about. So, getting started, man. This issue came up. I've seen this issue in many different places, but FEMA apparently has no money to help out with these hurricanes. Apparently, there's been too many hurricanes causing too much damage, and FEMA just doesn't have the money to keep up. If you don't know who FEMA is, they are the federal Federal Emergency Management Agency. They help out with natural disasters that happen on our home soil, and they often give people assistance when necessary. But like I said before, there's been too much happening, too many hurricanes, too many natural disasters going on right now for FEMA to keep up. I did read on their website that some of that stuff is rumors that they do have money. So it's all in what you trust and believe. But FEMA did say that they won't ever reach out to you. They won't ever ask for donations. So wherever they get their money from is tight-lipped. But if you do receive an email or a phone call from FEMA, it's likely a scam. So be careful with that when it comes to that. It made me wonder though, like, where's the money for these type of things going? Is it because we send too much money to international efforts, or what is the case? Like, if you know what it is and you can help me out with that, just drop a comment. Let me know what it is. I really want to know, like, why FEMA would say or why that would come out that FEMA doesn't have any money. But I thought, they took care of people during Katrina and many other hurricanes and things of that nature that happened over time. I'm learning about these things every day, just to be honest. All right, my next topic, and this one may cause a stir and it'll cause a little commotion, but I figured at this point, let's talk about it. So, when Kamala Harris first announced her presidency, her run for president, there was a lot of excitement, and where did all that go? I barely hear people talking about her now, and I just checked the polls the other day. Trump does have a lead. So where's all the people that were hyped about Kamala becoming the president of the United States? Again, I'm not a political expert or pundit. I'm just asking a question. Where's that excitement? Are we saving it for the election day? We're going to turn out in mass droves to vote for her? I just want to know what's up. What's going on with that? Because it was like, at a 10 and now it's at like a 3. Is it because y'all watched the debate and maybe y'all saw something y'all didn't like, or, Trump's tactics still working? Like, what is it that's stopping all that love and admiration that y'all was ready to give her just a little while ago? Again, if you know the answer or you have an answer, just let me know in the comments. Hey, I'm just asking questions. That's all. All right. And my last, but certainly not least, issue. So Jermaine Dupri, producer of many artists, Usher to name one, Mariah Carey, and many others. He put out some comments maybe 2 weeks ago that R&B has lost its soul since artists left the church and just stopped going. They just be singing now. And after I sat back for a couple weeks with this one and kind of thought about it, and he is exactly right. There is no soul in R&B these days. And I'm not talking about the artists that have been out like Jill Scott and Let It See, and even this new kid, October. What's his name? October London, I think his name is. He sounded like the new Marvin Gaye to me. Even him, like, he got soul. But for the most part, like, these kids that be singing R&B, they don't got no soul. And I hate to sound like a hater, but when I'm comparing it to like Al Green, Sam Cooke, Aretha Franklin, Bobby Womack, you know, all those artists that I could be here all day naming, when I compare it to them, they don't have any soul. Those singers had soul. You want to know why they had soul? Because they first was in the church singing. They was in the church choir. They got their soul from that, and at some point they decided they were going to leave the church and they were going to head out and make it singing what they call secular music. Okay. Also, another reason why the music feeling has changed, these producers don't play the instruments anymore. I saw an artist the other day said that's what's lacking in R&B. These producers don't play the instruments. Now, you got producers like Teddy Riley and countless others, right? Timbaland and all my 90s producers. They actually played the piano. They actually played the drums. Ryan Leslie played the drums, played the guitar, put the 7 different elements of the track together themselves. They got that soul from being around somebody that was in a church setting. Okay, they may not have been there themselves, but they got it from somebody who was in the setting of the church. That's where the feeling comes from. Hate to sound that way, new artists, but that's where the feeling comes from. Listen, I don't know where these producers and these artists are getting their feeling from, but it certainly ain't, at a Baptist or Pentecostal or CME church for sure. And not saying that you should just join the church to get the soul, join the church to get the religion first and foremost. But if you're going to use that in your music, go ahead. I mean, not to be the old man on the block, but back in my day, okay, 112, Jagged Edge, all those groups, 1 or 2 of the members came from the church. Even my number 1 guy, Jerome Clayton, he been in the church his whole life, and he could tell you he got his elements of his music, and him and his brother Chris got the elements of their music from the church. It's where it came from. We took that, packaged it differently, we sang about different things. Jodeci, I won't leave them out. Jodeci, they came from the church. KC was in a gospel group before him and JoJo joined Devontae and Dalvin and became Jodeci. It's just what it is. Like, you could hear the elements in the music. JD was right. Y'all artists need to go by a church, stop by for a little bit, soak up some of the soul, and put it in your music, because everything sounding the same these days. And I don't know if it's because the producers ran out of ideas or y'all just all want to sound melodic on the same records. But R&B ain't the same. It ain't the same as when I was a kid, man. Mary J. Blige, all of them, man. I could go on this rant for hours and days. I'm not going to do it, but I could. Like, it definitely is different. And y'all need to do something about that, because I don't want to say it, but I'm hating on the way this music sounded these days, for sure. Like, it's really, really discouraging. And it's not, it's just not what it used to be. It just ain't good, to be completely honest. So bring back church singers that sing R&B too on the side. Bring them back. They're definitely necessary. Bring them back. Producers, stop by and learn some chords from an organist or piano player. Bring that back. Bring back the drummer. Bring back all of that. Bring back the elements of production. Bring back the elements of really, really, really singing. Bring it all back. Make some different music, for sure. But with that being said, man, these was just some issues I had on my mind this week. FEMA, I'm sure they got some money somewhere tucked away. They always do. Federal Reserve, something like that. Kamala Harris, y'all still behind her or what? I don't know. I'm not seeing as much, excitement as I used to see maybe a couple weeks ago, a month ago, whatever that is. And artists, Jermaine Dupri was correct. Y'all just don't have no soul no more. But with that being said, man, these issues ain't meant to be long. I'm gonna get out your way. Check for the new episode coming on Wednesday. Like, subscribe, Tell a friend, tell a friend, share it when you see it. I'm gonna be posting, man. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. It's all there, man. I'm Not a Hater podcast. Mr. Brown signing off. Peace and love.